What's going on, everybody? Today I have a review for everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new released iPad 3, or as Apple calls it, the new iPad. It really has no specific name, as just it's called the new iPad, which is kind of just weird in my opinion, but I don't care. Who cares? I don't know. But anyway, let me give you guys a rundown of the specs real quick before I give you a tour of the hardware and everything. So the thickness has gone from 8.8 millimeters thick to 9.4. So it's gotten slightly thicker, but nothing too noticeable. The storage capacities are the same. It's 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes. The display, that is the main new feature of this. It comes packed with a high-resolution Retina display, which is 2048 by 1536 pixel resolution, which is 264 pixels per inch. So, and I gotta say that the display on this thing is phenomenal. I cannot even begin to tell you guys how much good this thing looks. I mean, and you guys are not going to get the full effect through the camera, of course, because your displays aren't going to have the number of pixels that the iPad 3 produces. So, it may not look as good through the camera, so be aware of that. But yeah, I gotta say, it is really good. You guys gotta take a look at this thing in person. Apple has designed a new processing chip for this.
You have an email.
As you guys just heard, I got an email, but ignore that. But the new processing chip is called A5X. It is a dual-core, high-performance, low-power system chip, which has quad-core graphics. So you're going to get 4 times the graphics that you did on the iPad 2, which is really good, actually. Good thing to have in there. But the overall speed in the software really hasn't changed. It's about the same speed as the original A5. So, moving on. For the 4G version, yes, this is 4G LTE compatible. I have the Wi-Fi version here. I couldn't afford the 4G at the moment, but anyway, yes, it comes in 4G on either AT&T or Verizon networks. The camera is another new big feature that Apple has implemented in here. It now has a 5 megapixel iSight camera on the back side. The front-facing camera is still VGA quality, nothing new there. But the back-facing camera has now autofocus, tap to focus in both photo and video, face detection in still images, just like the iPhone 4S. The video recording is full HD resolution at 1080p, 30 frames per second. It has the same iPhone 4S video stabilization. Like I said, the front-facing VGA FaceTime camera, and photo and video geotagging, just like on the iPhone 4, iPod Touch, iPad 2, basically all the previous generation iOS devices. The battery is the same 10-hour battery you got with the iPad 2. That goes off of web searching, always on Wi-Fi / 3G or 4G or 3G, depending on what area you are in. Video watching and listening to music. You still have your 30-pin dot connector, as you could tell right there. That has not changed at all. You still have the built-in speaker. Where'd it go? Okay, let me turn it around. The 3.5 millimeter headphone jack right there, still in the same spot as the iPad 2. Microphone, still in the same spot. And the lock / sleep button, still in the same spot. And as you can tell, there's the VGA camera. It still has the accelerometer, the ambient light sensor up at the top next to the front-facing camera, and still has the gyroscope. So it still has all of the features as the iPad 2, just it has a couple extra. Excuse me. So let me go ahead and give you guys a full hardware review of this. As you guys can tell, like I said, the front looks identical to the iPad 2. You can't really notice any difference there. So you got the same home button here. Flip it around. I already went over these, but I'm going to go ahead and do it again real quick. Your front-facing VGA camera, 3.5mm headphone jack, your microphone, and your sleep-wake button. All of the ports and buttons are still in the same spot, so none of that has changed. Home button here, nothing different. On the bottom, you still got the 30-pin dock connector. Nothing over here. Actually, yeah, nothing on this side. Right here, let me flip it over. You still got the pretty good speaker. It's really loud. It's about the same as the iPad 2. Here it says iPad 16GB. There's the Black Apple logo. Got the same volume rocker and the slide switch. And I just turned the screen on. Go and turn that off. But the new main thing of the outside of this device is the new 5-megapixel camera, as you can see here. The lens doesn't look too different from the iPad 2, just it's a tad bigger, but I mean, it takes really good pictures. It's as good quality as the iPhone 4. I wouldn't say it's as good quality as the iPhone 4S, but it's decent. It's iPhone 4 quality, so it's pretty good. And the HD 1080p video recording for this thing, that I have to say is really good. That is really good of the camera here. So let me go ahead, and I do have a screen protector on if you guys are wondering what the plastic film is on here. And it does still collect a lot of fingerprints and smudges. But anyway, let me go ahead and turn it on. So here's what you're going to see on the normal lock screen. Nothing's really changed. This also does support a personal hotspot now, so you can use your iPad 3 as a personal hotspot, just like you did on the iPhone 4 and 4S. So it's nice to have that. So here you go. Here's the new home screen. I've already loaded up apps, as you can see. But here's the standard home screen that you guys are going to see. I have kind of moved a couple of applications around, but when you open the box, it's basically going to look like this with this wallpaper and everything. I haven't changed any of that. But anyway, I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you're going to probably not be able to see the Retina display through this camera, but like I said, you guys got to see this thing in person. It is amazing. I mean, it is just phenomenally good. I can't speak. I'm sorry. But anyway, I mean, it is really good. It's still got the pre-installed iOS 5.1, which was released the day Apple announced the iPad 3. Another new feature is voice dictation, which, as you can see, I don't have turned on right now. Because for me, it kind of got annoying because I would accidentally tap that button and it would bring up and speak stuff that I would not want to say. So, I have it turned off, but you guys can easily turn it on by going into keyboard settings under General in the settings menu, or settings application, as I should say. But, what comes in the box is exactly the same thing as the iPad 2. It comes with your standard dock connector USB cable, your 10-watt USB power adapter, and your documentation with your 2 Apple stickers. So the box contents hasn't changed at all. It's exactly the same. Just the only difference is a new design of the Apple iPad 2 on the front, I guess. It's just kind of got the new home screen layout and new wallpaper. But anyway, let me go ahead and go in the camera application and show you guys the new design of the camera application. So as you can see here, Apple has completely redesigned the camera app for the iPad. For the iPad 2 and iPad 3. So you now can hit the little button over here to take a picture. And you can also now tap the camera switch button by tapping it there. It used to be up in the top right corner, but Apple has moved it to a much more kind of easier position. And then you have right here your option menu and your preview window for all of your pictures that you've taken. And you still have the slide switch for photo and video, so you can slide over here to video, and you now have a little record button right there. So you can tap that. There you go. So go ahead and get out of the camera app here. But other than that, it's pretty much identical to the iPad 2. So for me, I would recommend you guys not upgrade, but it's all up to you. I mean, you can do it if you guys want, but for me, I would not recommend upgrading because there's not too much of a difference from the iPad 2, just the Retina display and a 5 megapixel camera. Really, those are the only two main things, but anyway, it's good. It's a good device. It's sturdy, durable. It's a good thing to have. But like I said, if you have an iPad 2, wouldn't recommend upgrading. So the prices also have stayed the same. I forgot to mention that. The prices are still $499, $599, and $699 for the Wi-Fi model only, and the 4G version is still the same prices, so basically the same thing all around. And I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that the iPad 2 has gone down in price. It is now $399 for the 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi only version, so it's gone down $100 for people that are wanting it much more affordable. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. Comment below if you want to know anything about the iPad 3 itself, or have any questions, or just plain want to comment. Please do. Thumbs up the video, and hit the subscribe button right up there. And yeah, thanks for watching once again, and peace out till next time, everybody.